I already demonstrated for you guys a couple of slash signatures, the Appetite Burst, the Victoria. Now it's time for what I think are the cool finishes, at least in my opinion. Starting with my favorite, the gorgeous Anaconda Burst. In this video and the next I'm gonna show you the Anaconda Burst and the Vermillion. I know, I do a lot of Epiphones lately, but they're all cool. So, electric guitars inspired by Gibson slash collection. We find 3 guitars, the acoustic slash Vermillion Burst, which I'm not really interested in. It's cool and all, but I like these. Ooh, a gold top. You can check out my full video review of the Epiphone Victoria, in which I explain what makes it so different from the bursts. And we got a selection of 4 bursts over here. Starting with the Appetite Burst, which seems to be the most popular of them all. If you wanna know more about the Appetite Burst, the inspired by Gibson collection and the slash collection, check that video out. I'm gonna link it above for you guys. Back to the color choices for the Epiphone slash Les Paul standard. The Appetite Burst is the default photo, then we got the Vermillion Burst that I'm gonna show you in my next video. The November Burst, which is obviously the burst from the famous November Rain video. And the one that I'm gonna show you today, it's my favorite, the Anaconda Burst. I mean, just look at it, it's absolutely stunning in person. A green burst Les Paul just stands out. I'm not really sure about the choice for a bridge pickup, it's a bit hot. Especially if you're gonna be playing softer rock, but you can swap the pickups out pretty easy. In fact, the Seymour Duncan slash signature pickups, the zebra ones, will go pretty well with the queen binding of the Epiphone. Not that the custom Pro Bucker Audio-Technica 2 are bad, but I think they are lacking a little bit and the guitar can do a lot better. I'm happy with the custom Pro Bucker Audio-Technica 2 in the neck position though, that's why I did the intro and most of the demo with it. It sounds nice, soft, creamy, as a slash signature should. I'm also happy with the Indian Laurel fingerboard. This video was shot before I oiled it and it still looks good. The Appetite Burst will please the fans with all the slash bells and whistles like the signature on the truss rod cover, the case, the Scully logo on the back. It is a slash signature, man, it's cool. But keep one thing in mind, this thing is a standard, which means it's heavy and it has a chunky neck. If you don't like heavy mahogany Les Pauls and chunky 50 style necks, stay away from the slash signatures and the standards. And oh boy, look at the factory action, I'm gonna have to adjust it. Overall, I like the new slash signatures, but I have a small complaint that I'm gonna save for the end of the video. Now, as usual, I'm gonna give you guys the official listing in the Epiphone website. This is what they have to say about the slash collection. And let's go through the specs, as usual, starting with the body, neck, hardware, electronics, and the rest. Comes with a hardshell case with the slash logo. Now let's see the specs in person. It has a 2-piece mahogany body, carved maple top, probably 2 pieces again, and AAA flame maple veneer 2 pieces. You can see the separation line, mahogany neck, multiple pieces, a set neck construction with Indian Laurel fingerboard. 22 medium jumbo frets, pearloid inlays, Graphtec nut, vintage deluxe tuners on a Kalamazoo headstock, a set of custom Pro Bucker Audio-Technica 2 pickups, Epiphone lock-tone to pneumatic bridge and the tailpiece to go with it. Let's measure these custom Audio-Technica 2 Pro Bucker, starting with the bridge, which measures 861, switching over to the neck, 806, and the middle position is 416. These are supposed to be soft, but the bridge is actually pretty hot when playing. I prefer the creamy neck. We got a 3-way selector for the pickups and black top hats for the guy with the top hat. Pay no mind to the official specs in the website that say gold top hats with metal inserts, that's because the Appetite Burst is under the same listing. The Anaconda has the black top hats with the thumb bleeders or dial pointers. Also, the top hats are considerably lifted from the top. No surprises for the bridge. Epiphone lock tone, I've showed you this one like a dozen times. Individual saddles held by a single spring, metric to pneumatic. It is adjustable through these thumb wheels or a flathead screwdriver. A matching Epiphone lock tone locking tailpiece as well. We've seen this on a lot of guitars. The Les Paul body, or let's start with the finish, and in my opinion this is one of the most beautiful finishes that Slash guitars come in. Even though Slash is not seen on stage too much with this one and the Gibson looks a little bit better in my opinion. I mean, yeah, for $2,000 more than the Epiphone it should look better. The main reason is that the Gibson has a AAA flamed maple top, not a maple veneer like the Epiphone. It also has the nitrocellulose lacquer finish opposed to the polyurethane of the Epiphone, a lot of differences that come with the hefty price tag. And look at that, Vermillion Burst and Anaconda Burst, both finishes are here with the Gibson. I have to review these. Anyway, even though the Epiphone has the AAA flame maple veneer opposed to the flame maple top, still looks amazing. The carved maple top is single bound by cream binding, which looks pretty cool with the green finish. Then there's the mahogany neck and set neck construction. It is a chunky neck, which is typical for the Les Paul standard. It has pretty good looking Indian laurel fingerboard, single bound, cream binding and black side dots. The fingerboard has pearloid trapezoid inlays. Most of them are pretty well done except for the 7th fret, which is plain looking compared to the rest. Look at this one, and now look at this. It has way not as swirled as the rest of them. I mean, look at the last one, it's so lively. But this guy they could have done better, a little inconsistent. The fretwork though is okay. I don't feel any frets scratching or sticking out, medium jumbo frets. I don't even mind that this is not rosewood, the Indian laurel looks pretty interesting, especially combined with the Anaconda Burst finish. A Graphtec nut, a black veneer for the Kalamazoo headstock, Les Paul model gold silk screen, and the Epiphone logo looks like pearloid. Epiphone Deluxe tuners, which are a good fit for the standard. Two-way adjustable truss rod with an Allen nut. Again, I'm seeing a small hole in the cavity. I have to figure out why Epiphone are doing this. Anyway, it's covered by the signature Slash Epiphone bell with Slash's signature, of course. 2-ply, 3 screws, the usual. The nut is 43mm or 1.69 inch wide. The 12th fret is at 53.5 or 2.10 inches. Thickness at the 1st fret 22mm, we already have a chunky boy here. Let's see the 12th fret, which is 25 or 0.98 inch. Yeah, definitely a chunky neck. It has a full thickness 50mm body as well, no weight relief. This is a massive guitar. 12-inch radius, exactly as I like it on a Les Paul, don't mess with my radius. According to the specs, the neck profile is a Slash custom C-shape. It's not the most rounded of C-shape that I've seen, but I can give it a pass as a C-shape. You gotta keep in mind though that the standards have the most massive necks that you can find on an Epiphone, especially around the 12th fret. It is supposed to be like that, it's the same on the 50s standards, it's a 50s style of neck, it's a big chunk, so if you don't like chunky thick necks, stay away from the standards and the Slash. Here's the back of that chunky mahogany neck, and I think it's one piece until you reach here. The neck heel is a separate piece, which is typical for Epiphone construction. The headstock is a separate piece connected to the neck through a scarf joint, which is somewhere here under those stickers. QC inspection sticker handcrafted in China, and the Scully logo that Slash has on most of his guitars. We got the Epiphone Deluxe Vintage Tuners and the serial number 220415. 15 is a bit hard to read in this light, but it indicates that it's made in the Qingdao Chinese factory. Yeah, I don't think so, Epiphone, I don't think so. The action is above 350, I have to do a setup. This is the exact same case that the Appetite Burst, the Victoria and the Vermillion have. Slash Scully logo, Epiphone logo, 4 latches, one of them is locking, sturdy leather handle and the gorgeous red lining inside. I gotta say it goes pretty well with the Anaconda Burst. Here's what the case looks like without the guitar in it, some support for the body here, and we have a compartment for accessories, strings, and you can see it's made in China, the entire case. Same accessories as on the Appetite Burst. First of all, the label that indicates that the guitar came with Gibson strings, then some stickers that are the same on most of the guitars. And the difference is that the slashes come with Epiphone strap locks that you can put on your strap. The other side of the strap lock mechanism is already installed on the guitar. Then you have the key for the case. This latch locks. Download the Gibson app, Epiphone sticker, and this is the lifetime warranty card. That is heavy, as it's supposed to be without any weight relief at exactly 9 pounds. Now let's hear it. What do I think about the Slash Anaconda Burst? Well, I love it. I love Slash, it's a huge inspiration for me, but it's not the right guitar for me. First of all, because I don't like the standard necks, they are too chunky for me. If you're into that sort of thing, if you like chunky necks, that's the guitar for you. Then there are the pickups. I gotta look at this guitar objectively. It's supposed to be for lighter rock music, not for metal. But I gotta say this, I like the neck pickup, but I'm a little bit disappointed by the bridge pickup. It sounds too harsh for this guitar. Even though it measured soft at 8k ohms, it still sounds harsh. I think the Anaconda can greatly benefit from a pickup swap. You put the Slash Seymour Duncan setting here and it will sing. Something else bugs me though. Remember that I told you that I have a little bit of an issue with these guitars? And with signature guitars lately, the Slashes, the Cantrell signatures, the Ghost Horse. I've checked all of them and none of them have the certificate of authenticity anymore. I mean, check this out. This was a limited run, I think in 2018, around 100 guitars or something like that, but it came with the certificate in the back. I mean, it's always cool to have something like that. I had a certificate when I had my Epiphone Matte Heavy Les Paul from 2013. It's cool to have the photo of the artist and some sort of certificate. Not to mention that all of the cases are alike, so if you have a couple of these like the Vermillion and the Anaconda, you will not know which case is for which guitar. Anyway, back to my conclusion. Is the Anaconda Burst as good as the Appetite and the Victoria? Yes, it definitely is. In my opinion, it's the coolest finish from the Slash collection. If you're a fan of Slash, if you like the Les Paul Standard, if you like chunkier necks, if you like creamy, softer pickups, this is the guitar for you. Not to mention that these will probably increase their value in time when they're no longer available. So get one.